But it's also because I'm not.
And now here's a carry heading left. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. 8 yards to go here on second down. Back to throw, Tannehill. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Jordan Cameron is tied in the intended receiver, and that's going to lead to a third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Fresh off the pick six, it's Tannehill. This one caught, Jordan Cameron. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try to pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
But he's always double covered, like always. Like I try to move the safety and the other corner from over there.
They're going to go. It's Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
After the interception, here's Taylor finding time. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it's first down, Buffalo.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Here's the first carry for LaJohn McCoy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front, creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
He may have had some off-season foot surgery, but it hasn't prevented Sammy Watkins from being Sammy Watkins, and that's special.
And when we see him before the game running the route tree, looked like the same Sammy Watkins to me that we saw a year ago.
Yeah, and I think he's going to just keep getting better and better. I love his explosiveness off the line of scrimmage as he starts his routes.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. The former Bill, Mario Williams, on the stop. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Again, it's McCoy, and he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Now it's Taylor. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it'll be 4th down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward. Back towards the receiver and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Bills defense, they make their way back out there. They had the interception last time, led to a field goal.
And kept points off the board against them as well. What a great way to end a drive. Take it away and set your offense up to put points on the board themselves.
The only thing would have been better a touchdown. Now they'll be looking to get the stop and lead to that here on the next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He was looking for Arian Foster out of the backfield. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
I remember growing up playing basketball, my coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
It's a big play there for Miami. 46 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Here's Tannehill. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Tannehill, and this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Put it right in the window. One.
And the next snap
That's
coming
a one-on-one.
inside the red zone here.
Not traffic.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Looked like he had an opportunity for a good play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. They were looking that time for Leonte Carew. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. His throw caught right around the 6. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah.
And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Arian Foster, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Solid job up front, really just a solid. Oh, this is blocked. And the defense picks it up, but he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
All game. Like, I don't know how they get.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now? Much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more blocks.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
and get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
This is McCoy. Oh, little 360. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I'm often struck when I watch LaShawn McCoy play, how often you just watch him and you almost get mesmerized by his style. And then, boom, there's another 20-plus yard run. It's amazing how he pulls it off.
Yeah, former second-round pick out of Pittsburgh, still doing it in the league at a very, very high level. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. Oh, he's got some breathing room. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's going to have a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely. Now Taylor on 1st down. His throw incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. 2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Clay. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a 1st down. Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And they're going to face a 3rd down. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Taylor. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he worked. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Dan Carpenter now for the Bills field goal. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Here's Tannehill going deep here for Parker. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
17 yards on the pickup there and also a 1st down. And quickly they get to the line. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Who the fuck are you going to?
To the air again, Tannehill. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A good pickup there, a 22. Red zone opportunity. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
I don't think anybody got anything.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Arian Foster, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done.
Got a true number 1.
Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
I don't make it.
And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
I mean, talent-wise, Jarvis Landry is great. I don't believe he's doing it.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon.
And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
I'm trying to tell you.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Oh!
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. His tight end Jordan Cameron the intended target. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football.
Miami
if
has an
someone's trying to
organization,
throw the
gotta get
ball,
him
and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And incomplete. The contact made the ball run free and brings up 4th down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going to go. It's Tannehill. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Dan Carpenter now for the Bills field goal. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
And he'll cut it out to the sideline.
Holding an illegal block in the back. I can never get anything else clean.
Holding offense. Still first down.
They go play action here on first down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cameron Wake in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Taylor with a give to McCoy. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Okay, even just being nice, the last 2 plays were not very good offensively. So if you're the play caller, was it the team's execution or was it strategy? If it was execution, you continue to call the game the way you're calling it. But if it's strategy, change up what you're doing and figure it out.
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete. Not that time for Watkins. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Colton Schmidt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback. Yeah, look.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Aaron Williams. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When I see Cameron Wake make plays like that, I can't help but shake my head sometimes. He had to go to Canada first before he came back to the NFL, where he's now an All-Pro.
Yeah, undrafted out of Penn State, but look at him now.
And just think about all the pass-rushing moves he has, his ability to play against the run. Remember, he was a combo outside linebacker, defensive end. Now he's just simply one of the best in the NFL. I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give them 13 on the pickup there. And it'll give the Bills back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
On 3rd down, here's McCoy. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Carpenter knocks it through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Holding offense. Still second down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Still first down.
Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Tannehill now, the give to Ajayi. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And he slings one that's incomplete. Cameron, the intended receiver there. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Ten yards to go on 3rd. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. A big play there for the Dolphins. 31 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Oh, Foster staying down after that last play. Let's hope he's okay. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. They run with Ajayi. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes LaShawn McCoy as he trots back out there now. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing now is Taylor. Over the middle and caught by the tight end play. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll come out in the pistol. This give is to McCoy. Down to the 25. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll go again to McCoy. Oh, spinning away. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills have broken the tie.
And there's the go-ahead touchdown, and so likely will kick an extra point. But to me, I'm looking forward. Special teams now with your kickoff, and then your defense, that's where the pressure shifts.
Yeah, because there's plenty of time left on that clock. Anytime you're over a minute in the NFL, there's a chance. Comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over, and they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Back to throw. And he's got him. It's the tight end, Cameron. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Back to throw. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. He's back to throw. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete. Griff Whalen, the intended receiver. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Now Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will actually break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to get the football back. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So a 2-game losing skid here, Charles. Certainly not the end of the world, but really they need to stop.
What the playoff picture look like? Cause I feel like Chargers, Bears, nope. Let's go AFC. Oh, let me lose this last fucking game, go 8-8.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features arguably the best defense in the NFL. The Dolphins are the least scored on team in the league, and they'll be up against a Pats offense that will need to rise to the occasion. So for the call of this week's 17 matchup, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and one of America's finest cities. Miami, Florida. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They're led out by their strong-arm quarterback out of Texas A&M. It's Ryan Tannehill.
I think one of the things I like about Ryan Tannehill's game is that he understands what his receivers are looking for downfield. He played that position at Texas A&M before becoming the starting quarterback. So a lot of times when he's in the pocket looking downfield, he's actually running the routes with the receivers as he remembers them.
A gain of 3, second down. Second down following the run. Tannehill. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. To throw on second down is Tannehill. This one caught. Jordan Cameron. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jordan Cameron, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
And then they immediately scored.
And that makes it 7-0
I'm driving,
Dolphins.
and Jordan Cameron, somehow the ball gets knocked out of his hand, so I got to go to 4th down, and then
Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown.
The offensive line just didn't want to hold up for the last play.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Now I'm going to just play this last game, lose, and not make the playoffs. I can relocate this goddamn team. Huh?
Brady now on 1st down. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Year before. Right. Yeah.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Sets up the screen to Lewis. He had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. That'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, the left-footed Ryan Allen to kick it away for the Pats. The dangerous Jarvis Landry back for Miami. Taken in at the 22. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. And making their way back out there now, the Patriots defense. And last time out they got scored against, their offense hasn't given them any help to this point. So maybe they need a stop here.
A stop obviously would be nice, not critical at this stage of the game, but one of the things that you want to find out from your defense, are you really ready to play? After giving up a touchdown on the last drive, let's see if they have a little bit better spark, a little bit better bounce in this series.
We'll see if they have that spark and that bounce right here. 10 yards still left on second down. To throw is Tannehill. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And he has Carew. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed-out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route-running savvy.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried,
the Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Jabal Sheard in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And that's good for a Miami first down.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off. Usually after about 3 to 4 steps and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. They run again with a giant. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got him. It's the tight end, Cameron. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw.
And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins head on to their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
And it's good to make it 14-0. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They'll run again with Blunt. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
Slant route caught by Edelman. 7 yards on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Brady gives now to Blunt. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And there's a flag on the field.
False start.
Woo!
Offense.
Moving on back to the east side.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From midfield, here's Brady. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it, but was not in bounds. Incomplete. Here's Ryan Allen now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Let's just move back to the 10-yard line so when they blitz or fumble and they just pick it up in the end zone. Come on, computer, you can be more cheese than that.
Here's Tannehill. And Cameron has it over the middle. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And they're going to speed things up here. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
Pick it up.
What
I say? What did I say?
Return and a Patriot touchdown.
What did I fucking call?
Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
They'll be taken in the end zone.
I called it.
And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20.
No, I don't want to hear that spoken.
The New England defense gearing up to take the field.
Funny, I can move up and down the field my first 2 drives, you know, no issues at all, you know.
3 of them to the
slip
right
up
side.
is on me, but holding call out of nowhere. I get moved back to the 10-yard line. That's prime time too. Not all of a sudden I can't let go of the ball. Come on now.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys,
you can be way more cheap. This how your D tackle
intercept coverage. They were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I told you.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Oh,
a great read, and it's picked up. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to find Hogan here, complete. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
14-14 and half, and then they get ball and just fucking rape, just dominate.
Brady now on 1st down.
Somebody catch it, goddamn.
Gronkowski the intended target, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. 2nd down following the incompletion. Shift together here from the D-line. Brady will try again on 2nd down. That's caught at the 2. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Yeah, they're about to score. I could have wrote the damn script myself.
They'll go to Blunt, try and pound it in. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. LeGarrette Blunt, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The D for the Pats. The Patriots heading back onto the field now. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was the pick 6. Because that's what everyone wants. Take it immediately to the end zone. But their offense capitalized on the takeaway and turned it into the 6 points they were looking for.
Yeah, set them up pretty, got the touchdown. Now they're back out there defensively. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those pop.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for the Dolphins. 34 yards. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 1st down, Tannehill. He's going to try and go deep again. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it into his tight end Cameron that time, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So on 4th down, the Dolphins will ask Matt Darr to kick it away. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. And tough starting field position here. They'll begin here with Blunt. And some room to work. Look at this spin.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
He's at the 50. The 30. So we've come upon halftime here in weeks. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Could have wrote the script myself, man.
So the Patriots coming out now. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. And that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, who can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. It's caught outright, Amendola. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. We're still in search of the first down after that last completion.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Now a carry for Blunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Now Brady. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Kiko Alonso coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
This is Ajayi. Fighting through, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Tannehill. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's got time. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So here's 3rd and 20, and with a long yardage, defense going with a nickel look. To throw is Brady. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Landry now on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And let's shift now to talking about the Patriots defense. And the interception the last time, their 3rd takeaway of the game, Charles.
They're just flocking to the football so well. And not only are they doing that, they're making big-time plays and taking it away from them. Big hits, big plays. They're looking very good in this ball game.
You said flocking, flying to the football. Coaches always use that, don't they?
They really do. It's almost it goes back to the old, when they click off the frame at the end of a play, they want to see all 11 defensive guys in that picture.
Now Tannehill, and caught by Cameron right side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And look at the numbers, a repeat performance. It seems right now it doesn't matter how many guys they're going to put on him, he's going to catch the football.
And when you hit that zone, and that's what he's in right now, where everything is working well for him, and I think it's in combination with what the offense coordinator is doing. He's a primary target. He looks at his play sheet, knows he wants to get him the football, and has designed some routes effective for the last 2 weeks. He's really been fun to watch.
Second and 10, Tannehill once more. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. Back now in Miami. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
I don't get sacked from under center as soon as I go on the traveling.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Blunt, the lone running back. On play action, it's Brady. Over the middle, it's Amendola. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. It's a first down.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play action pass, and completing it.
Brady now on first down. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he's got Amendola on the connection. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now Blunt. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Now Brady throwing on second down. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And it's a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. A big spot now for Stephen Gostkowski. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And Gostkowski's kick is good. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
He'll look to throw. This one caught by Griff Whalen. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Back back to throw. Caru's got it, complete. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. He's back to throw. And that's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Blunt, the lone running back. He's going to get the football. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Defense does their job here, and now for the punter and this special teams unit, a nightmare. You're snapping from your own 1-yard line.
And that job they did, no leverage for the offense. They got underneath, held their ground. So
like I said, man, I could have wrote that shit myself. Eight and 8. Alright, dog, I'm about to go get ready for work. I'll let you later.